What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another RNG Recruit interview. This time with us, we have got a very, very special 2026 quarterback, in my opinion. High upside. Been getting a lot of love from the University of Miami, but also getting a lot of love from schools around the nation lately, and it's been coming in pretty heavy lately. Anybody who's seen his film will know exactly why. He's coming out of Lake Mary. I'm happy to have him on here to introduce himself right now to you guys.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. I'm Noah Grubbs, class of 26, quarterback out of Lake Mary High School, Orlando, Florida.
Noah, thanks for taking the time to jump on here and just let everybody, get a little update with your recruitment, development, all that good stuff,
Yes, sir.
Well, what are you currently standing at right now? What's your height and weight?
My height, I'm currently standing at 6'4", and weight like 205, around 210.
Okay. Have you had your hands measured lately?
Yes, sir. I was currently at the University of Auburn, and they measured my hands to around like a 9.3.
Okay. How long have you been playing quarterback?
I started football at 5. My first year of football, I played center. So after that, I've been playing quarterback ever since.
Okay. I got you. So how did this season go, man? Tell us about how everything went for Lake Mary this season.
Yeah, the season went great. We ended up 10-2. We didn't finish the way we wanted to. We wanted to make it the States, but we came up short, obviously. But we'll be back next season for sure. We've had a record-breaking season. Start off like our wide receiver Carson Henshaw. He had 36 touchdowns, the breaking record touchdowns for Lake Mary, and I had most like yards in a game for Lake Mary, most touchdowns in a game, and yards in a season for Lake Mary. So I mean, I feel like I couldn't do it without my O-line, wide receivers, and coaches, and when we come together, it's something special.
Sounds like you guys got a good young core that's coming together at the right time.
Yes, sir.
Who's the biggest rival high school for you guys?
That's a good question. So Lake Brantley, they're our Mayor's Cup. So that's the trophy extension in between there. But I feel like to me, I feel like Seminoles our biggest rivalry. I feel like that's the most like the more hype game, and that's the most important game when it came to the end of the season the past 2 years. That was the most important game to me. But yeah.
So before this season started, and you were doing your off-season workouts and all that kind of stuff, do you feel like those workouts you did before this season showed up on the film this year?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Coach Perry really does a great job of like getting our workouts from the weight room to transform over to the field. Yeah. And I feel like to have a head coach that does that, it really like puts you ahead of other people, and that really helped us out as a team.
Do you have any plans for 7-on-7 this offseason?
I do not. I don't know. Me and my parents are gonna get like together, and we'll see what we're doing with that.
Yeah, totally understand. You got time for that.
Yes, sir.
Just curious here, a little fun here, but what's your range? About how far can you throw the ball?
Are you talking about like if I'm just out throwing, or if I'm
yeah. Just to chuck? We're not worried about accuracy or anything.
It's just out throwing, probably 65, 70 yards.
Yeah, that's great, man. Where do you feel comfortable as far as distance, but also accuracy as well?
I'd say around 60 yards.
That's impressive. Very
50,
impressive.
Yeah, 55, 60 yards. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's very impressive, man. Very impressive. Kind of curious, Noah, but especially at playing quarterback, but what gets you most excited on game day, man? Like what is it that gets you just really, really pumped up?
I like to perform in front of my family and like the fans around. Like I've had great coaches in the community around me ever since I was 5 playing Pop Warner, and I feel like ever since then they've been fans of like the Lake Mary like foundation. So like they're always at games, and like our fan base is like it's a good crowd to show out in front of, and when you do that, it's really loud, and it's amazing atmosphere there.
Right on. So have you started to kind of work through what you want to do this off season as far as working, technical stuff, what you want to work on for next season?
Yes, sir. Yeah, right now I'm working on getting my body fit and in a healthier position for like all the camps I'll be going to next summer and spring ball. And I'm also working with my QB trainer Balin Trujillo and my speed trainer Tony. And I feel like when I get all this together, I'll definitely be prepared for the summer and spring ball.
Yeah, and you already know, man. Stick with Balin. Balin's got it, man.
Yes,
He knows
sir.
what he's doing.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. What traits, and especially like when you're looking up at the NFL quarterbacks you admire, the high end, NCAA quarterbacks you admire, what are the traits that they have that you feel make them elite, mentally and physically?
Mentally, I feel like they have the mind that like they can read anything, like that they can break down defenses, and like they know like like if they're in like a certain type of zone, like they know how to break down that zone. If they're in man, they know the concepts to beat man. And I feel like physically, like obviously, if you're in college, like you have a different strength coach. Like
Yeah.
you do certain movements that will get you to that game day ready like ability.
In practice, it's curious here. What's your favorite drill?
My favorite drill is probably when we do one-on-ones towards the end of practice.
Yeah.
I mean, I like seeing my wide receivers and DBs going at it, and to me, like when there's a good competitive one-on-one, that's the favorite thing to me to watch and to throw to.
Is there a specific drill that you guys do that kind of gets the whole team hyped up?
Yeah, we have either fourth and short, or it'll be like overtime. So like we do like the overtime rules, and like obviously the defense doesn't want us to score. It's a competition, and if we win in overtime, and everyone's just like crazy. And I feel like that gets us better as a team, the competition. And I mean, it showed on Fridays all throughout the year.
I like that. I like that a lot. Noah, if you had to describe your game to someone who's never seen your film before, how would you describe your game to them?
I'm a pro style quarterback, but if you need a first down, I could pick up the first down. So I could use my legs if you need me to, but I know how to break down your defense. I know how to break down your zone. I could beat your man coverage, and especially man coverage. I could roll out as your DB's backs are faced towards me. I could run the ball if you want me to, pick up the first down. So that's how I would describe me as a quarterback.
I know you got that sneaky athleticism, man. You got that sneaky quickness.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You can definitely gain yards with your legs, I've noticed. So one of the things at quarterback, of course, which you're fully aware of already, is leadership.
Yes, sir.
What kind of leader are you, Noah? Are you a leader who's more vocal? Or do you lead by example, or are you a little mix of both?
It depends on the moment. So like obviously if our team's down, if we're like our heads are down, like I'll lead by example and I'll be vocal. So like I'll get the team together, I'll talk to the team, I'll get everyone hyped back up, I'll get everyone's heads up. And then I'll also like after I do that, say offense goes out, I'll lead by example. I'll be the guy out there showing them like what the defense should be doing when they go on next. So like say we go down and score, that's the example I'm showing them like we're coming to win this game. And so I'll lead by vocal and example. It just depends on the situation.
I like that answer a lot. I like that. What makes Lake Mary High School football so special?
Like I said, I feel like it's definitely the atmosphere. We have a lot of fans. Our student section is a great student section, very loud. But I feel like the bond we have together as a team, I feel like that makes like the coaches are in the bond also, but it's a player-led team. Like there's leaders on the team that are players. It's not just the coaches leading the team. And I feel like that makes Lake Mary football like a special thing.
So, man, you being 2026 with a little time still and stuff, but the recruiting process, man, I mean, things definitely started heating up for you, lately.
Yes,
it definitely started heating up. Are you enjoying all of this still? Last time I talked to you, the process was still a little early and stuff, and you were enjoying it. Are you enjoying it now that it's stepped up a lot?
Yes, sir. I'm still enjoying it. I'm very, very fortunate to have a bunch of colleges around the nation to reach out to me. And I mean, I've had 17 D1 offers right now, and I'm very blessed to have colleges like that to reach out, like I said.
What are some of the, more of the recent visits that you've been able to make to colleges lately?
So actually I went to 10 games during the college regular season.
Wow.
I went to games like UCF, Miami, FSU, Notre Dame, Michigan, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Auburn, Florida, games like that. And I really like when I'm there, like I like to see the different atmospheres and experience at each college. And it's great to like obviously see the coaches that I know there, but I like to see the different atmospheres, like I said. and that like I like to see like how I would see myself in their program.
Yeah.
So that's what I look for.
Who's been really showing a lot of love lately? Like, which colleges are really been picking it up, showing you showing a lot of attention lately?
A good bit of the 17 have, and
Yeah.
also Coach Dennis from Ohio State actually came to our school
Right
the
on.
other day, and also Chip Lindsey from UNC came to our school the other day. So really to get the connections with all these college coaches to see like how different they are from each other, it's really a great experience. I never thought as a little kid that this would happen now, but like I'm really blessed and fortunate to have it happen.
That's awesome that, you've got 17 schools that are all passionate about you,
Yes,
they're
sir.
all showing you the love like that. That's really cool, man. Curious, what's your relationship like with the Miami staff?
Coach Dawson, so he came to Lake Mary down. I can't remember when, but he came and watched. He like saw me throw, and he offered me then, and I posted it later that night. And then I also went to the Miami versus Texas A&M game, and
Yeah.
so I saw like the atmosphere there, and they obviously had an amazing game versus Texas A&M. I love the play calling from Dawson, and I love the way that they run their offense and how Tyler Van Dyke did that game. But my relationship with Coach Dawson, I get on the phone with him a good bit, and I like his personality. I like the way he coaches for sure.
Tell me about how that offer came. Was it just something he was able to do over the phone with you? Were you face to face? How did that happen?
It was face to face, and then he had to go visit a couple other people, and then he confirmed the offer later that night, and that's when I posted it.
Okay. How many times have you been down to Miami?
I went down there one time with my 7-on-7 team, 24K
Yeah.
last season, and then I went down there for the Texas A&M game as
Okay.
well.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss any of them. So for you, when you're going through all this stuff, all these colleges showing love, what are some of the main factors for you when it comes time to picking a college? What really stand out to you that are important?
My main factor is probably the way they develop their quarterback room. So like how many QBs they've sent to the NFL. Obviously, my goal is to make it to the next level, which is college, but from college to NFL.
Yeah.
But that's probably my main factor to see like how they develop their quarterbacks and like how they teach them and how they coach them and the ways that they do things. Like how do they have their routine go and things like that.
I got 3 words for you. Just want to know what they mean to Noah. Miami Hurricanes football. What do those 3 words mean to you?
Obviously in the past, and hopefully we're gonna bring it to the future, that Miami is a championship team.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that that's gonna come back around, and I think that can truly happen with Coach Dawson in the offensive room. And Miami football is definitely a big part of my life for sure.
I like that answer, man. I like it. So who are some of, when you're looking up at like guys in college, NFL, or anything like that, favorite players, anybody you like to take a little bit of their game and add to yours? Who are the guys you like to look up to the most?
College, I like Jackson Dart. Like
Yeah.
I like his game. I like his attitude. Like he could get a little chippy, but like he's locked into what he has to do.
Yeah.
And I also like Josh Allen. Like Josh Allen in the NFL, he can like he's more of a pro style guy. He could run if you need him to. Anything breaks down, he could run, but he could also throw the ball pretty well. He could break down your coverage and things like that.
So this next, you've got this whole off season and stuff, you're going to be getting yourself, your entire team, of course, going to be working on getting ready for next season. Ultimate goal, of course, definitely for you guys is winning a championship. But I'm just kind of curious, is there any other milestones or personal goals that you are hoping to set, as a quarterback while you're still in Lake Mary?
I mean, I'm obviously trying to be the best quarterback to come out of Lake Mary.
Yeah.
That's my goal, and I think it could happen if I could keep working the way I am right now. I mean, there's always more room to improve, and so that's what I'm working on right now. And I also want to throw for over 4,000 yards next season. I believe making it to the state title game, giving us that many games in the playoffs. To then, I feel like I'll be able to do that.
That would be awesome to see. Honestly,
Yes,
that
sir.
would be awesome, bro. I'd love to see that. I'd absolutely love to see it. So, in regards to football, what's next for you? You know, you've got off season and stuff going on. What are you going to be kind of working on immediately?
Yeah, I mean, once the season ended, I took a week off to give my
Yeah,
body a little break, and
yeah,
then right after that, I got back into it. The fifth period workouts with the team, training with Balin, training with my speed trainer Tony, just trying to get my body, like I said, healthier and like more and fit for the summer and for spring ball, and then after that for next season.
you know, man, me and Balin, I'm so glad I got a chance to meet the guy. You know, we don't go super far back, but you know, we are in contact often, all the time. I'm a big fan of what he does. You know, let the fans know how what does Balin do for you, and how has he helped you out along the way? You know, on and off the field.
Yeah, I was about to say he's not a coach. He's not only a coach on the field. Like he's a great guy off the field. He's a guy filled with Christianity, and he's not
Yeah,
afraid to like show people that. And he's a great mentor of mine. He comes to me with he's came to me I think with almost all of my 10 games that I went to, and he was actually with me at Miami too. So that was obviously a great day for him as he's a Canes fan.
yeah.
And so, yeah, he's a great guy. He knows obviously what he's talking about when it comes to football, but that's not what all it's about when it comes to Balin. He's amazing off the field as well.
Yeah, I'm glad I got some of his gear. I got one of his hoodies and one of his hats up here. I rock them from time to time, you know, and stuff, and get to explain to people, you know, who it is and you know what he's doing all the way across the country and that kind of stuff. That people
Yes,
always
sir.
ask about it, dude. And I've got nothing but good things to say about Balin, man. He's always been nothing but straight up with me, and all the guys he's worked with have always just said nothing but positive stuff on and off the field.
Yes, sir.
So, but you know, of course, you know, we're showing love to Balin there, definitely. But is there anybody else that you'd like to show some love to? You know, coaches, parents, anybody you want to show some love to? Go ahead and show them some love.
Yeah, my coach is Coach Donnelly, our offensive coordinator. Coach Tyson, who's the brother of Darren Henshaw. Coach Tyson Henshaw
Yeah.
is my QB's coach, and then Coach Scott Perry, my head coach. Obviously, those three coaches mainly at the high school, but all coaches at the high school have helped me throughout my career so far, and I'm looking forward for the next 2 years. And also my parents, they've been a huge part of my process and the way I've improved as a player on and off the field, and also the recruiting process. With going to these games, I couldn't have done it without them. And I mean, obviously, the man above, I couldn't have done it without the man above also. So without the man above, nothing happens.
Amen. So, where can people find you on social media? Go ahead and plug your social media accounts.
My Instagram is Noah Grubbs 13. Noah Grubbs lowercase NOAHGRUBBS, all lowercase 1-3. And then my Twitter is capital NOAH, capital GRUBBS QB.
Right on, right on. Well, man, I got one last question for you. I know it's getting late on your side of the country over there, man. I want to let you get going here. Last question, same last question that I ask everybody I bring on the show, coaches, ADs, you know, it don't matter. Recruits, commits, it don't matter. Everyone gets this last question, man. It's why do you love the game of football, Noah? What makes you want to go out there and compete at the highest level on a weekly basis?
I love football because it's a sport you can come together as a team. Like if one person messes up, it messes up the whole thing. So I like the team. I like the team effort sports because it really it really compares to life.
Yeah.
Like if you mess up, like it costs everyone, and like it really like is personal to me because I feel like with my team, like when we come together, it's a crazy thing for sure.
Things just click and it's kind of
Yeah,
amazing, huh?
yeah,
That's awesome, dude. That's a feeling that's hard to describe. It really is. You know,
yeah.
you kind of have to be there to witness it almost, and you have to like be in. Yeah, you kind of have to be part of it, really, to really
Yes, sir.
witness it. You know. Well, Noah, man, thank you so much for taking the time to jump on here and update fans with your development, your recruitment, and just what you're going to be getting into this offseason. I really, really appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We're going to be staying in touch for sure, and we'll definitely have you back on in the future, dude. We're definitely want to continue to keep updating fans about your recruitment update, all those kind of updates, man. So we'll
Yes,
stay in
sir.
touch for sure, man. You have yourself a good night.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for having me on here. Thank you.
Yep, no problem, Noah. Have a good night. We'll talk soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys, that is one of the top dogs, in my opinion, in the 2026 class at the quarterback position, and he's being trained by no other than Balin Trujillo. You guys know exactly how I feel about Balin. He is one of the best quarterback trainers coast to coast. I don't care where he's located at. And we're talking about, even Noah mentioned it, we're talking about a trainer who is not just helping him on the field, he's also a great man off the field as well. And that's what I feel is so important when it comes to training, man, is having a trainer who's good with guys on the field and off the field and able to get that mindset going in the right direction. And that's something that he's got, and Noah's got basically surrounding him is a great circle, is what it sounds like. I'm very excited for his future. I'm excited for the future of Lake Mary football overall. I think their team is going to do some exciting things next season. I can't wait to watch. Thank you guys for joining us for another RNG Recruit interview. We'll be back with some new ones here soon. Have a good night, guys.